BowmanDigitalMedia.com. Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Job Seeker Spotlight. My name is Ira Bowman. I am so glad you are here. Look, some of you are stressed out. I know it's tough out there. It's tough for job seekers to find jobs. It really is. And it's also hard for recruiters and employers to fill their openings. Believe it or not, that's tough too. So what I'm doing with this show, it's really simple. It's not about me at all. This is one of the ways that I'm giving back. So I want to help you job seekers meet those recruiters and those employers who are hiring. I want to help you elevate your visibility on all of social media. So we are live on LinkedIn, Facebook, and YouTube. And what I want to do is basically help you land a job faster. That's really what it's all about. Now, there are two things that I do on the show if you're a job seeker to help you. I will offer a free social media profile review. Why? Because sometimes you're not being discovered as fast as you could be because there's things in your profile that just aren't set up correctly. Who am I to judge? I'm a social media coach. I have a few 100,000 followers. I know a little bit about this visibility thing. So let me help you. Okay. So if you want to join me on camera, any job seeker is welcome as long as, I can see you, hear you. Obviously, I speak English, so, that's my limitation. If you can speak English, then we're good. If you're a recruiter or an employer and you're hiring and you want to come on the show, you are also invited. I know Matt Hughes is in the house. He was hiring. I don't know if he's still hiring. I think they hired a few people. But Matt, if you want to come on, you're welcome to join as well. Anybody who's hiring or anybody who's interested in joining, let me share with you the link. All you need to do is you're going to click on this link right here. In fact, I'm just going to put to join the show just to make it more clear. Sorry, I know this is riveting TV, but I need to be specific sometimes. So click right there to join the show. Okay, that I just put that on LinkedIn. Now, again, we're on Facebook and we're on YouTube as well. So I just put the link on all the different platforms. So wherever you are watching from, click on that. What that will do is it'll take you into my green room. I will see you, but nobody else will. And once I verify that I can see you and hear you and all that good stuff, I'll bring you on camera. And what will I do if you come on camera? Well, what I will do is I'm going to ask you just a couple basic questions. I'm going to ask you where you're from currently. I'm going to ask you what you do. And I'm going to ask you what you are hoping to find in a future job. That might be a location, or it might be, that you want to pivot. Some of the people like myself, look, before COVID hit, I was in the print graphics space. I've been in the print graphic space for 20 plus years, but I lost my job. Like many people, I first was furloughed and then I was laid off, and I started my business, Bowman Digital Media. And now I'm in the social media space. I create websites. I do graphics design, photography, videography, SEO, and social media management. That's what I do at Bowman Digital Media. So maybe you lost your job, unfortunately, through this, and you're looking to pivot. So I won't ask you what you've done as much as I want to ask you what you want to do. And what I hope that will accomplish for you is increase your visibility on social media. It certainly will. We have exposure to over 300,000 people in my audience alone. So we have enough eyeballs that could see this to help you. But also, social media is about getting people to know you, like you, and trust you. You don't need 1 million people to see it. If we can get the right people to see it, to know who you are, to realize that they like you, they might know somebody who's hiring. It only takes one, right? We all have a shot. So that's what here. Look, thank you, Gordon. Thank you very much. My friend Bob is in the house. Check it out, 100%. Project Help You Grow, if you're not familiar with that, it's not really a plug for the website, but I will talk about it if you like. Project Help You Grow is my philanthropy website. I launched it back in 2018. It's 100% free. There are no commercials on it. You don't even have to sign up for an account. Okay, you can go and use it. What can you do there? I have a blog that has a lot of articles. In those articles, I teach you how to pretty much do everything you can think of to help you find a job, set up your social media. I also have podcasts. The podcasts, I've interviewed over 50 industry experts from all kinds of things. Look, are you looking to migrate? You're in this country and you want to immigrate and go over there and work there? I talk about that more than any other topic on Project Help You Grow, and it's all free advice. And guess what? It's vetted advice. It's not just a bunch of hogwash where people are trying to become famous. This is actual real world advice that will really help you land a job. Now, you're not going to necessarily like it all, because I didn't say it was easy. It is not easy. That's the part where people are getting taken for suckers, is because they're looking for a magic pill, and there is no magic pill. But I'll teach you real world strategies. Real world strategies like joining groups. Real world strategies like working for a multinational company. Start where you are and then ask for a transfer. Things like that. Things like take a step back. You're at this level, step down a level and get hired at this lower level, because you have to overcome the cultural differences. Those are real world tips that can help you find a job. Now, I know it's COVID and it's really tough to get a green, you know what I mean? To get all that stuff right now, visas and all, it's tough. But you can get prepared, and there's real world. Thank you guys so much. There's so many people. Matt, again, I've already said hi to you. Joseph, thank you. Guys, hello. Tell me also where you're from. Now, the second part of the show. If you don't want to be on camera, and a lot of you don't, but let me give you a tip. First tip of the night, and I've been drilling this into your heads the last couple weeks. And this is only the third episode of this show. So this is going to be consistent because it's super important. You guys need to get on camera. You really do. Even if you're not comfortable coming on with me, I get that. But what I want you to do, take your phone, take your smartphone, flip it sideways, right? And record yourself 180 seconds. That's 3 minutes or less. What do I want you to do in that video? I want you to tell people who you are, where you're from, and what you're looking for in a new employer. And then, if you're comfortable, give them a fourth thing about why they would benefit from hiring you. Now, do that in 180 seconds. I want you to host it unlisted on YouTube. And then I want you to share that link on your LinkedIn profile, your Facebook profile, your YouTube profile. Not so much. But anyways, here's why. Because a lot of times recruiters right now, they're going to LinkedIn. They're going to Facebook. They're looking at you on social media. So you send in your resume and they're looking at your social media. If you can get them to know you, like you, and trust you, which you can do more readily on video than any other way, you'll have an advantage when it comes to getting the interview. Okay. So get that in your profile. Where do you put it, Ira? Thank you so much for asking. I'm doing all the heavy lifting for you tonight. Okay. After you make the video, what you want to do on LinkedIn, you want to put it in your featured section. That's exactly where you want to put it. Let me show you where. Okay. I'm going to share my screen. And here we go. I'm going to drop that music down. We're going to come over to my profile. That's Kelly Robinson, by the way. One of the best recruiters on the planet, Kelly Robinson. She's the owner of PKR, also known as Panda Nose. And I always say that wrong, so she didn't tease me, but it is what it is. Okay. Where you want to put it, right here in this featured section, you want your video to go right there in that first spot. That is what you're looking for. Why? Because a recruiter is going to look there. Okay. We can talk about profile setups all day long, but make sure your video, 180 seconds or less, it's right there. If you make one and you're not sure if it's any good, send me a direct message. Reach out to me. I will respond. Okay. Say, Ira, I made a video just like you suggested. Can you take a look at it? I might actually, you know what? I'm going to do this. Okay. Wasn't planning on this and I'm busy, but for watching the show, if you record your video, send me a message. I'm going to pick one lucky winner and I will edit professionally your video for you. I'll give it a frame. I might even throw in some intro music and some graphics. I don't do anything halfway, folks. So one winner, and if I only get one entry, you'll win by default, right? Send me your intro video, 180 seconds or less. Let me look at it. Let me make sure that it's good for you. I will do that because I want to help you find a job. That's what this is about. This is not about revenue, not in the slightest. There's no charge for that. You won't have any gotcha. No job seeker on the planet can ever say, Ira, help me, but then he sent me a bill. I've never done that to anybody. Project Help You Grow, my philanthropy work, it's all me trying to give back. That's it. So do it. Send me a message. Let me see it. You might win free editing. And if you do, that'll be even better. But if you don't, I'll give you free. The critique will be free, right? Some ideas on how you can make it better. Or I'll tell you, hey, this is good. Go for it, right? Now, what else do I do on this show? I do tips like I just did. I'll bring you on camera. Look, click on that link. Join me. Let's go. You guys are missing. Look, if I was a job seeker, I'd beat all of you on camera, right? Like I would be fighting to get on camera, especially on somebody with 300,000 social media followers. Are you kidding me? Who's known? Look, I have over 5,000 recruiters in my network. You guys think that I can't help you find a job? You don't understand who I am yet. Okay. So get on camera. Even if you're not ready this week, I get it. I do this every Thursday night. This is the time I'm on. Get yourself ready next week and plan to join me next week. I understand it's still a new show, but you guys, there should be more people coming on. Okay. Now, the second thing I will do is I will do a profile review for you right now in front of the whole world. I'll teach you how to make your profile better, but while I'm doing it, I'm going to be talking all about you in front of 5,000 or so recruiters. And that doesn't even, I probably have 1,000 business owners in my network. And that's just on my LinkedIn. You have 40,000 connections or followers on Instagram. I have 10,000 on YouTube and God knows how many on Facebook. I'm telling you guys, you're missing a large audience. Yes, every Thursday, Lester, great question. This happens every Thursday. Okay. I haven't redone my IRA guide yet. I'm busy, but I will. I'll put that back out, but you can mark it down. This is my day and time for this show. It's Thursday, 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern, and you can just fill in for whatever that is for you, right? Yeah, so if you guys are looking for jobs, look, go there. This is, jobs. Find them. But when you're applying for jobs, don't take one resume and send it out like it's popcorn to 500 and tell me, oh, I've been working really hard to find a job. I applied to 500 jobs today. All you did was hurry up to get 500 rejection letters if you even get them. You're not going to get any jobs doing like that, right? So you got to slow down and you got to make adjustments to your resume and your cover letter, and you need a cover letter for every job submission. Make individual job applications based on the individual job listing, and you will increase your chance of getting an interview to the nth degree. Okay? Yeah, my pleasure. Welcome. Now, would you like a LinkedIn profile review right now? If you would, all you need to do, take your LinkedIn profile and copy it and put that in the comments right now, and you're going to get in line. I actually had a few people already do it. I just need to go find it. So let me do that. While you guys are grabbing your URL, just take the whole website address, go to your profile, grab it, and paste it there. And the first one who does it will be the first one that I'll get on screen. Okay, but I've got a couple that. I'm also connected to recruiters and hiring managers looking for more exposure. Yeah, that's right. That's all this is about. So reach out to Robert if you're looking for help. Come on my show, right? This is not a contest. This is, I believe in the power of community. We're here to help each other out, okay? So there are a few people who have asked me to do it already. They did it because I posted the show announcement a few days ago, and they asked me in the comments before the show even went live. So I'm going to pull those up, and I'm going to find them, and I'm going to just get started. Hang on a second. I'm searching here. Okay, here we go. First one right here is from Gurmeet Patel. So, Gurmeet, you are about to be on. And here we go. So, Gurmeet asked me to review her profile, and here it is. She's a chartered accountant. She's in Canada. The very first thing that I would tell you is you need to get a profile photo going here. Let me show you an example of one just so you guys have an idea what I'm talking about. Okay. So the cover photos, mine right now, it's hard to see. And if I click on mine, it's going to show you the live. But mine is a social media manager. And I have a picture of me with my camera because I do photography work and videography work, right? So I take videos and photos as part of what I do at Bowman Digital Media. So that's why I use that. But if I'm a job seeker, what I would do more, what I would emulate more, let me show you Bowman Digital Media, because what I have here will make more sense. Okay, so see how it says social media management, website designer, videos and graphics. What you want to do is create. Now, I taught this last week on my Marketing Monday show. If you go to Ira Bowman channel on YouTube, you can find this video for free. But I teach you how to use a program called Canva. You can use it for free. That's canva.com. I'll teach you how to set these up in Canva for free. Okay, but what you want to do is grab a picture. You actually can grab pictures from Ira Bowman on Pexels.com. I give away some of my photos for free on Pexels. Pexels is a great resource. So if you guys aren't familiar with these websites and you want me to put them in the comments, I will. But go to Pexels, grab yourself a photo that you like, then take it into Canva, which Canva actually owns Pexels, which is kind of cool. I didn't know that until today. I actually learned that today. So go to Canva, edit it. Right? And if you don't know how, go to YouTube, go Ira Bowman channel, find my Marketing Monday lesson from 2 Mondays ago, and I'll teach you how to use the program for free, right? Create yourself a cover art, okay? Very first thing, you don't want this. Why? Because it's not helping you. You're looking for a job. Let's help you find a job by telling the world more clearly what it is that you're looking for. Now, next thing I wanted to say is you've got this space here. Chartered accountant, that is good, okay? But you have extra character allotment that you're not utilizing. So what I would do is maybe, what things are you good at in accounting, right? Maybe it's statistics, maybe it's, spreadsheets, maybe it's, whatever. I don't know, I'm not an accountant, micro accountant, macro accountant, whatever, right? I'm sorry, micro and macroeconomics, sorry. All right, I'm not an accountant, okay? But let's put there the things. Here's what you want to put. What are people going to put in the search term? If they don't know you, but they need an accountant, what are they going to type right here to find? That's what we want to put right here. Those keywords that they would search for. we want to put there. Okay. Maybe it's MBA. I don't know, whatever it is. Okay. You have to know your industry. I'm not an accountant. Okay. Don't play one on TV. So get your profile photo, not your profile photo. Sorry. I'm going to use their lingo. Cover photo. Get your cover photo set. Get this set. Your headline is what they call that. Get your headline description filled out. Okay. Those are two things to help you right away. The about section, most people misuse the about section. Here, what you want to do, and this is okay. It's actually not horrible, right? So this is good. But let me tell you the theory of the about section, because it'll help you once you understand what it's for. The about section is now moving forward. Okay. You don't want to go into historical stuff there unless you're going to spotlight some achievements. I'm cool with that, right? So I won Salesman of the Year award. I was accountant I saved somebody $3.5 million. Anything quantifiable, and you want to put that in your about section, I'm good with it. Super good with it. Okay. So let's get back to it. Now, the other thing that you want to have, and you don't have it. So let me go back to mine again. I remember where everything is here. Oh, nope, that's the post. That's where I found your link. Hang on. I'm not on it. Okay, let me go back to me. So the thing that you're missing here, and everybody needs this if you're a job seeker for sure, but everybody should have this. You've got this featured section. Oh my gosh, this is amazing. So in the about section, remember I said you could put your achievements there, like quantifiable stuff? What I say you do instead, in the about section, detail out, paint a picture for us. What are you wanting to do now from now to the end of your career? Paint that picture. Use that as a story time to illustrate so people get to know you, like you, and trust you and catch your vision. Then in the featured section, the very first thing you're going to put what? Pop quiz. Anyone give me the right answer in the comments? What do I recommend you put right here if you're a job seeker? I'm not a job seeker, so what do I have in mind? I have a illustration that shows you what my company does. We do 6 things: social media management, website development, graphic design, videography, photography, and SEO work. That's what Bowman Digital Media does. But you're a job seeker looking for a job. This should be your video, your introduction video, and nobody gave it to me in the comments. I'm disappointed, right? But that's what should go there. What should be next should be any awards, any certifications, photograph maybe of your diplomas, right? That kind of stuff should be in there. And also, we want to get people to know us, like us, and trust us, right? The reason why you don't have a job right now is because somebody who's hiring for the position that you're going for doesn't know you, like you, and trust you yet. Your social media profile needs to build that. Take it from somebody who spent over 20 years in sales, guys. If they don't know you, like you, and trust you, they're not going to hire you. Not if they have a choice. But if they know you, like you, and trust you, and they have an opening for something that you're qualified for, you got a really good shot. So in that featured section, you want their introduction video first, then your awards and certificate photographs, and then you want some photographs of you in your element professionally. So maybe it's an award. Maybe you're on stage. Maybe you're, in your cubicle. I don't know. It depends on what you do. But show me pictures of you in your element. Some alone, smiles on your face, happy, and some socially with you and others. For example, my cousin, Anthony Norman, he was going for a director level position. And one of the things that he's really good at is training. So for the featured section, one of the things that we did was we built some photographs. We edited some photographs where he was doing some training for his staff. He got a job. He didn't get the job himself just because of that, but you know what I mean? But that didn't hurt. And Bob, you did get the answer right. I don't know if you got it in on time, but I'll give you credit just in case because I didn't see that. Okay, so there's some tips for you, Gurmeet. I'm sorry if I'm saying that wrong. Okay, now the rest of it, you got 1,900 followers. That's pretty good. 10 months on the job. This right here is going to be an issue. They're going to ask you, so you need to be prepared for it. Why are you looking for a new job after only 10 months? And then it looks like you were on the job only 11 months before that. So this is not good. This makes you look like job hopper. Now, this will help save your bacon right here. 5 years, 8 months. That's good. Okay. So you're going to get asked why the job switches. And it could be because of COVID. And that's okay if that's the real answer. Most people will understand that. But you will just be prepared. Every single interview you get, you're going to be asked, why did you switch after 10 months? Why did you switch after 11 months? Okay. And for those of you who don't know this, let me just dispel another myth. The minute you sign up on LinkedIn for a job, it says you're there for a month. So if it says 10 months and 11 months, you're actually only there 9 months and 10 months, right? I think everybody knows that. Okay. So just be prepared for those. Be prepared for those questions because they will come. Okay. So now we can see right here. Let me make this a little bit bigger. This is where you're getting your title, chartered accountant, from. Again, totally cool with that. Love the fact that your education is all there. Super good. Certificates, right? So right here, these in your featured section. Take a picture of them, pop them in the featured section. That will help you. Endorsements for 1900, you actually don't have enough. You need to get more of your friends to click those skills and endorsement buttons. You've got a lot of them listed here, which is actually good. You don't need Microsoft Word. You don't need this. You could do Microsoft Office if you want, which entitles them all. But QuickBooks Online, yes. You need all the accounting programs. Let me just help everybody out there in the world. As employers, we expect that you know how to use Microsoft Office now. Word, Excel, Outlook, even PowerPoint. Like, I would be shocked if you didn't. In fact, I would think you need remedial training if you don't. That's not something you need to advertise, okay? Advertise the things that do it this way. When you're looking for a job, just assume these are keywords, okay? Your skills and endorsement area need to be the words that recruiters would search for to find someone to fill that position. Populate it with that information, not with things like, Microsoft Word. Nobody's searching for somebody who knows how to do Microsoft Word. Again, they're just going to assume that you do know how to use it. Okay. Thanks, brother. Actually, Jason, you want to see your website? I got it up. Look at that, brother. Your Fabcom's already up right there. DougJasonRicks.com. Coming soon, folks. Coming soon. We're working on it. All right. Let's see. And thank you very much, Dee Dee. It's my pleasure. Look, sometimes I know I can come off a little bit hard for people because, I'm giving you advice, and I am not the warm, fuzzy guy. I'm like the analytical guy. But the fact is, if you take my advice and you work on it, it will improve your results. I promise you I'm really good at this. You know what I mean? And I talk to so many recruiters. That's the thing that I don't think understand. Because I'm not in HR. I'm not a recruiter. I am an employer now. And I have been a hiring manager for a long time. So I've dealt with a lot of this stuff anyways. But the fact is, I research and I study more than most people. I know a lot of people, it's in vogue to call yourself a nerd, right? But I was a nerd when being a nerd wasn't cool. So trust me when I tell you, a lot of these things, if you do follow the advice I give you, it will help you. Now, is there a one solution for everybody? No, of course. You have to make adjustments regionally. For example, here's one. In some regions, if you smile, it's considered unprofessional, and you can't have a smile in your photograph, right? But in most places, you want to smile. In your profile photo, for example, you mostly, look at the proportions of me right now on the screen. Forget this part because I don't look very nice, but right, head and shoulders, right, sitting up, big smile. Even if you got teeth like this, show me your teeth, right? This would be my profile photo if I'm looking for a job. Because I'm not, and I'm trying to let people know I do photography and stuff. I got this going. I don't know. It's just a picture. Those pictures I take myself, folks, with the remote, which I actually don't have handy. It's in my camera bag, but I use a remote. So a lot of times I point because I'm hiding the remote in my hand and I'm clicking the button. Anyways, now I told you a secret, but there you go. Ira Bowman kills it. Well, I kill people with my looks, guys. It's a bad thing. but I'm great for Halloween. All right, so hello from Preserve here in Memphis, Tennessee. We have job tech openings for a profit and nonprofit company. Cool. Would you, Travis, like to come on camera? If you would, let me share the link again because it's been a while. And for anybody who's watching, if you're a job seeker, or if you are an employer, or if you're a recruiter, those three folks. So recruiters, employers, and job seekers. If you want to come on camera, to join me on camera, click this link. That will take you to my green room, and then I will bring you on the show, okay? So why? Because right now, we don't have 300,000 people watching right now. Right now, we have 15 people on LinkedIn. I have no idea on YouTube and Facebook. But the fact is, this show, the first week, was seen by 3,000 people alone on LinkedIn in the first week. So that's not bad, right? So you can get seen by a certain number of people. And again, what is it that you're trying to do here is simple. You're trying to increase your visibility because you're a job seeker. So let me help get you on camera and raise your visibility. That in itself is a good thing. But also, if we can at the same time, as we raise your visibility, get people to know who you are, to like you as much as we can in 3 to 5 minutes, and start to develop that rapport, now they're more likely to want to help you. I'm going to tell you that anybody I do these profile reviews for have a better shot of finding a job this week than the people that I don't. But the people that I would bring on camera and let people see your personality, especially if you want to immigrate. Look, if you want to go from, let's say, India to Canada, and I only pick those because that's a popular combo destination right now, right? So if you want to go from Dubai to Sweden, one of the things that they're going to want to know is how well do you speak English? Or how well do you communicate in the native language? Now, I can't speak to you in Swedish or in any of the Indian dialects, right? Or French, depending on where you are, if you're in Montreal, right? I can only speak to you in English. So that's why I say English is language. But if you can show people that you can communicate, you have some personality. And the number one question that you're going to have to answer with immigration is the question, why? What makes you want to move here? Have you been here before? What do you know about this place? Like, you know what I mean? So you're going to have to prepare those answers. But if you can come on camera and answer those questions right now, you're going to give people confidence that you're not a culture risk if they bring you in. Because it's one of the questions in the back of everybody's mind. What if they get homesick? How well are they going to fit in? Can they communicate? What, if any, cultural accommodations will we have to make for them? Those are questions that you can help address just by coming on camera and showing them that you're normal, or that you're their kind of normal anyways, whatever that is. Because every company has a culture, right? Even at Bowman Digital Media, we have a culture. We don't get up early here. We work late, right? If you don't like coffee, we're probably not going to get along. Those are just some of the ground rules of Bowman Digital Media. My wife, my daughter, and the other people on my staff will tell you, I work a lot. Okay, so every culture has, or every company has a culture. You need to learn that. But in this interview process, you want to put your best foot forward. You want to get them to know you, like you, and trust you. That's what the show is for. Okay. Does anybody want a profile review? I'm actually looking through the list and I don't see any others. So I'm not gonna embarrass anybody and just volunteer to do one. I said, if you want one, oh, actually, I do have one here. Kadri. Okay, I didn't see this. So Kadri is going to be next. So Kadri, hang on just a second, and we're going to pull up your LinkedIn profile. I got it. Okay. Here we go. Kadri. Okay, so you have the open to work. I didn't really like this at first. I actually think it's okay. I don't know if it really helps, but it does take the question out, are you looking for a job? So if you're openly searching, this is good. But, again, to my notes before. Let's get you on Canva and get you set up with a cover photo that tells me right here just some basics, what you do, right? What are you really good at? So let me see. It says people management down here. So this is actually pretty good. I really like this, guys. Okay, so this is probably, just in full disclosure, Kadri, this is probably the best one I've seen of the people that I've done a profile review on so far. So you've done a good job there. Okay, you've got keywords: customer care, negotiations, MS Office. You could take that one off. Logistics, warehouses, microfinance, budget, planning, and cost controls. These are all good. Aside for the Office, take that one off. You don't need that one, okay? Because they're not searching for MS Office. That's just the fact, okay? So this is good. What I want you to do is pick like the 3 top ones of this and put it over the top of a photo. So again, if you need a photo, go to pexels.com. And you can grab your photo for free and take it over to Canva, edit it. And when you edit it, just, pick white or black ink or whatever your favorite color is. Something that's clean, sans serif, so it's nice and easy to read. And if you're not familiar with all that, again, go to the video that I shot a couple weeks ago on Marketing Monday, Ira Bowman channel. I'll teach you how to use it for free, okay? Set that up. And let's just say it's sales and business development, planning, and cost controls. So put that there. And then when people see it, they'll know what you do. You know what I mean? Like for this stuff, you might want to put either an office space, or if you're, trying to highlight logistics, you might want one with like a boat and a train. I mean, however you want to do it, right? It's art. So, but that will help paint a picture for them, set an image in their mind really quickly about what you do. This will help you get discovered when they do the searching. This will help them stay there once they click on your profile. But this right here, a lot of people will bounce because like, oh, they don't really know how to use LinkedIn because they don't have a picture there. As crazy as that sounds, that is reality for a lot. Okay. So you're in a good group. That's cool. Don't have a lot of followers. We need to work on that. So on social media, be social, right? Make a lot of comments. Tell people, hey, I'd love to add you to my network. Are you open to connect? Do that in every comment you make. Right? You don't have to beg people to connect, but you can let them know you're open to connecting. And, that's a good way to grow your network. Okay. First thing here, well, let's go up. The very first thing, again, I'm not going to rehash this. This is too wordy. This is way too long. You need to take this out. Okay. What you need to do, and I'm not even going to read it, you need to paint a picture moving forward of what you want to do from now to the end of your career. And include in there, if that includes an immigration plan, if you want to move countries, then tell people in there, be clear in there why you want to move. Okay. But whatever it is, I want to become a district manager. I want to become a VP of whatever. I want to become the director of this, the director of logistics, whatever, right? Paint the picture there. You don't have a featured section. Get a featured section. Your intro video goes in slot 1. Certificates and awards. Take pictures of them. Those go in the next slots. Then to round it out, you want to put some pictures of you in action by yourself and with teammates, or in a public speaking role, depending on what you want to highlight and showcase. But that's what goes in your featured sections, okay? Then, again, you've only been there for a year, 3 months. One of the questions right out of the gate: why are you switching jobs after 1 year, 3 months? Why? Why do people care about that? You want to know why? We care about that because it's expensive to bring you on our company. The onboarding process is not cheap. We don't want to bring somebody in who in a year and 3 months is going to run off and go, take another job. So we want you to assure us that even though you've only been there a short time, there's a legitimate reason why you shouldn't stay there. The culture was a bad fit. You didn't know. Maybe they're going out of business. You got furloughed or laid off. I mean, those are all legitimate reasons, right? New ownership, maybe a reduction in pay. I mean, there's legitimate reasons why somebody would want to switch jobs after a year and 3 months. But you're going to have to, paint the picture that you're not a flight risk. Okay. And again, you got the same problem that we had before with the last one that I just did. So you got 1 year, 3 months plus 11 months. Now it starts to be a pattern. So now you really got to prepare. In your interview prep, you should really prepare for that question because it's going to happen. But again, just like the other one I did before, you've got 4 years, 8 months. Look, if they were all like this, we wouldn't be having that conversation. So you got to, kind of let people know that this is more normal. But see, then again, here you got 2 years and here you got 12 months. So you're gonna be asked that question, why do you change jobs so much? Just be prepared for it. And then when it comes, you can knock that question out of the park. But the objective with the answer is to make them feel comfortable that you're looking for a permanent home where you can stay and spread roots, because it looks like you're still relatively young. Okay. So let them know you're looking for like your work home that you can have an actual career at. And most people will still give you a shot with this type of resume, but you are going to be asked that question, and you do need to master that question. Okay, so get good at it. The education looks solid. I got no problem with that. Because you only have 775 connections, these are skinny, but that's what I would expect. What I will tell you is you want to make sure you're using all 50 of them. You can have 50 there, so use all 50. Okay, don't just use like 10 or 12 or 15. Fill it up. What do you want to put there? The same stuff that you would put here, right? These keywords that they would search for, fill that up with the keyword search terms. And then encourage people to give you the endorsements, right? Reach out to folks that you've worked with and say, hey, it doesn't cost you anything. Would you mind helping me out? I'm trying to find a job. I need to let people know I'm actually good at this stuff. Because what those endorsements actually mean. Once upon a time, it was really serious. Now most recruiters know that a lot of people will give you endorsements. They don't even know you. It is what it is. Let's not get into that diatribe. But the fact is, if you're not getting endorsed by anybody, there is a problem there too. And then the other thing, with your work history experience, you want to try to get as many, and you don't have any right now. There's something called recommendations, right? You want to get somebody that you worked with or for to write you a letter of recommendation and actually post it on LinkedIn. Somebody's telling me great advice. I appreciate that. I'm not sure who that is. That's probably my buddy AJ. Oh, no, that's Lisa A. Jones, the president of the GGA in the United States. Love her to death. She is a resume writer, by the way. So if you're looking for a professional resume writer, she does this for a living. Check her out, right? And you can also you can hire her to write your resume. Okay, cover letter, resume. You can follow her company. I'm going to bring it up real quick. Hang on a second. So if you're not following Lisa Jones, let's just do this the natural way. Okay. So if you're not following Lisa Jones, go ahead and follow her. Okay. Then what I want you to do is I want you to come over to this one right here. Follow that one too. Okay. Hit that follow button for me. Okay. And Lisa Jones, if you're looking for a resume, she can help you out. Okay. Thank you, Ira. I don't know who that is either. Oh, that's my friend Lisa. She's awesome. Okay. So specialized resume services, like I said, if you're looking for professional help, you can get it. She'll actually do the work for you. If you can't afford it, that's what Project Help You Grow is for, right? You can always go to Project Help You Grow and get free help anytime you need it. Just go to projecthelpyougrow.com. Okay. But anyways, if you want to know all the different people that I support and recommend for services, you can come to my partners tab on Project Help You Grow, and you can find them all here. Okay. Like for example, we were talking about earlier, if you want to immigrate, if you are really wanting to change countries, Juliana Ravi is somebody that I suggest that you get to know, because she's been in the HR and recruiting space. She's immigrated herself from Brazil to Portugal, so she's done it, and she's got decades of experience. So here's all the different folks, including Lisa's company right there, that I recommend. All kinds of different services available on here too, by the way, from accounting, from insurance, like Corey Haber right here. This is insurance. So these are free. You know what? I take my friends who own businesses that I support, and I try and help them, raise their visibility. I had somebody ask me if these were paid. No, you can't pay to get on here. This is just, I have to like you. But anyways, come check it out. Job Ready Today is another one. Curtis Tompkins. He does resumes, cover letters, interview prep, and job career coaching as well. So there's a couple different options for you as far as that goes. If you are looking for help and you want to pay for it, there are plenty of resources I can send your way. Again, if you can't afford to pay or you don't want to pay, Project Help You Grow, that's the resource that I created for free. It's self-help, right? But it gives you the tools that you need to learn. Like, I've curated the data for you, and I've brought in guests, experts, career experts, and interviewed them on all kinds of things like the ATS, which we haven't talked about on this show yet. If you're not familiar with the ATS, a lot of people thought it was evil. I remember when I first heard about it, I actually first heard about it from my good friend, Kirsty Bonner, who's no longer with us. And Kirsty Bonner and I talked about it, and I was like, I don't even know what this thing is. What is it? And, we talked, and when I was done with that conversation, I was like, okay, I need to do some homework. So I ended up doing a deep dive on the ATS. It took me 6 weeks to do this study. And when I did once I did the study, I wrote an article. It was called The Demystification of the ATS. That is the first article that I wrote on it. And I just was trying to give people a 30,000 foot view of what the ATS is, because a lot of people thought it was like one program. I'm like, no, it's thousands of programs, thousands of them. The number one ATS system in use is Taleo, by the way. It's created by Oracle, and 19% of the United States is using that one, and about 19% in Europe is using it. It's actually very similar numbers, okay? But by no means is that the golden standard, right? And I would never assume what ATS program the company you're applying to is using, but you can ask them. And if they will tell you, then you can actually go look at that website and figure out all the rules that program has in it, so that you can set up your resume to give yourself the number one best chance to get through on the planet. But what I will tell you is, if you don't want to do all that research, you can go to my website. I wrote another one called Earning the Interview, where I talk about some of the major rules with the ATS. Font styles to use, font sizes to use, font colors, what to do with lines and columns and photographs and all the fancy background crap. Like, basically, the rule of thumb is you want to keep it really simple and clean. That's just think old school, really simple, like before Microsoft Word was even a thing, right? Think like text docs. Even what file to use. I don't recommend that you send a PDF unless they actually ask for a PDF, because sometimes they do. They call for it, and give them what they call for, because they know. But some of the ATS programs actually struggle with the PDFs. So they can't do the OCR on the PDF files because it treats it like a JPEG picture. So you really have to understand so Lisa understands, the new systems, the ATS SaaS systems, the software as a service, if they've got an updated program, a lot of this has been fixed. Problem is, most companies are broke or limited budget, and they haven't upgraded. So eventually all this stuff will change. Life is dynamic. But the fact is, you don't know what they're using unless you ask and they tell you. So you could add that to your list of things to do and ask them, hey, by the way, what version of ATS are you using? Because I want to set up my resume in the format that's compatible with your program. But 3/4 of resumes are rejected, never actually even seen by a human being. They don't get through the ATS, or they get so many of them and you didn't do your keyword formatting correctly. Remember I said don't send one resume to 500 jobs. You won't get interviewed for hardly any of them, right? Because you're not giving yourself the best chance. So you want to cater. You have a master resume that you then adjust for each job submission before you submit the information. Okay, so that's one of the things that you would submit or make changes to, is formatting based on the ATS, if you know, or you're just going to use the best formatting that generally is recognized by most of them, because there is no, again, ATS standardized rules across platforms. Every single software developer has created their own rules. Some of them are hard limitations in the program they use, and some of them are just legacy stuff that they've continued from the very first. It's like, for example, okay, I'm in design. In the design space, I use Adobe products. So I use Illustrator, I use Photoshop, I use Lightroom, and I use Premiere all the time. Okay? You don't do hardly anything the same in any of those 4 programs, even though Adobe owns all of them. Why? Because when the original program came out and then the updates, what they do is they update from the legacy software, not from cross the software suite. So if you have cloud services like I do, I have access to all the programs, but you still have to learn how to use each one of these programs. It's the same idea here when you're talking about ATS programs. Just because another one is using it doesn't mean the others will, right? So in some, you can't use photographs because it doesn't recognize it, and it shifts the information from this box to that box, and then when it scans it and scores it, goes, you didn't get a good enough score to get interviewed. Well, not all of them work that way. Not all of them are stupid. And sometimes the recruiter or the person in HR will go in and see what happened and manually fix it for you, and sometimes they won't. So again, every case is a little bit different. But yeah, Lisa, do you want to come on the show, Lisa? you can preach to him for a while, because this is what it is. Yeah, look, I studied the ATS. Again, I'm a nerd. I studied it for about 6 weeks. I did a deeper dive on the ATS than most people ever will. I'm not saying I'm the foremost expert at anything, but I was hearing so much conflicting information and advice from experts too, who, they were using this term generically. And ATS is an acronym, applicant tracking system, right? What does it do? Well, it's a CRM program. What does that mean? Contact record management. What it was designed to do, it's not just about the screening. A lot of people, and that was the thing in the beginning, I kept hearing about this, like this giant wall you got to get through. That's only the very first part of it. What does it do? It's the software that the HR folks, or the recruiter, depending, is going to use to create the job listing, to manage all the applications that come in, all the way through the hiring process. So, year 1 candidate, they might have 15 candidates that they're tracking. Interviews, first interview, second interview, background check, drug check, all that stuff. So from the minute they post the job listing itself, through the job listings coming in, the job applications, the applicants hoping to be considered, and then stacked, scored, rated, interview 1. These ones made it to the next round. These ones didn't. They need rejection letters, right? I mean, all that stuff. That's what the ATS programs do. They manage all that stuff. But most people thought the ATS was just this screening process, this artificial intelligence to keep them from talking to somebody in the company. And it's not actually what it was there for at all. It became that. Yes. Lisa Jones, I do this show every Thursday. You are welcome to come on anytime, my friend. I should have you on Project Podcast too. I don't think you ever actually came on my show. So you have a standing invitation for that too. But this show is every Thursday. Now we're coming up to the end. I've given you a lot of information today on the ATS. That was just something that we haven't covered in detail. So hopefully that will help you guys understand what the ATS is about. Let me make this really simple for you. I can actually tell you almost without fail what you're doing wrong and why you're not getting hired if you just tell me at what point you're getting to in the interview process, right? Submitting the applications, not getting an interview. You have an ATS formatting issue, or you're applying to jobs that you're not qualified for because in your mind you think, I can do stretch jobs. And stretch jobs are not the thing right now. You know what a stretch job is, terminology? Stretch job is when you, let's say, you're a sales professional and you want to become a sales manager, but you don't have any experience as a sales manager. What you really need right now is somebody internally to promote you. because it's going to be really difficult for you to go from sales professional and get someone to hire you as a sales manager when there are so many people with actual sales manager experience available on the market. This is a supply and demand thing because there's so much supply of almost every type of employee right now because the unemployment rate is higher. So the pool is larger for people to draw from. This is what makes it tough to immigrate right now too, by the way. Why would I bring somebody in from a foreign country to do something when my labor pool is readily available locally right now? You got to think about that for a second. Don't think about it from what you want. Think about it from the employer's perspective. What's available to them at what price? That's what's more important. So anyways, if you tell me where you're getting stuck in the process, I can tell you what you need to fix. Maybe you don't interview well. Maybe your referrals are bad. Your social media profile is not good. Why are you not getting to the higher part? Maybe you're getting past the interviews and you're not getting that final job because your salary expectations are incorrect, right? One thing, and we haven't talked about this in the show either, and I want to bring it up. One thing that all of you should do, you all can benefit from it. Look, I'm a photographer. I get paid to do this, right? I spent 2 hours today on the phone with my dad, of all people, but on the phone with my dad. My dad's been in photography for over 50 years, right? He hasn't done it straight. He's done other things. But he's been taking pictures for longer than I've been alive. So I spent 2 hours on the phone today with my dad. Actually, we did a Skype call because my dad lives in the Ukraine. But anyway, so we're on the computer. We're sharing screens. He's showing me some tips and some tricks in Lightroom. That's helping me. You know what I mean? So what I recommend you do is do something like that. They're called informational interviews when you're doing it with someone you don't know. In this case, I was just talking to my dad, right? Which actually sometimes is harder. But anyways, informational interviews are a great way for you to figure out the job search process and get through it faster. Why? Because typically in an informational interview, you're going to interview people who are doing or who have done the jobs that you're trying to get. And you're going to ask them a bunch of questions like, this is a no-brainer one. If you were in my shoes today, what would you do to find a job? Now, through that interview process, informational interview process, you're going to ask a lot of questions and you're going to soak up their knowledge. But if you do it right, you're also going to build a new relationship, potentially, or increase or improve a relationship that you already had, if it was somebody that you already knew. And what is that also going to do? Remember what I said, you want to know you, like you, and trust you. If they start to adopt you as like a mentee and they become your mentor in their mind, then they might also open up their Rolodex, pardon the old expression, I'm a little bit old, okay? But they're going to open up their connection list to you and probably start either A, writing you a letter of referral, or picking up the phone and calling one of their buddies who they know is hiring. Because now they're vested in you. They have a personal interest in your story and they want to see you succeed. Informational interviews are, it's like fertilizer, man. People aren't doing it enough. I hardly ever hear people talking about it. It's one of those things that you all should be like, what else are you doing? You got 40 hours a week that you're not working. You're looking for a job. How are you using that time? Right? You should be reading every article published on Project Help You Grow because it's free. And you don't have to have an account to have access to any of it. And you can watch every one of those interviews. But forget Project Help You Grow. Informational interviews, improving your social media profiles, getting that stuff better. Really read and reread and read it 3 times. Print it on a piece of paper and highlight these job descriptions. Don't be in a rush to apply to quantity of jobs. You only need one, but you get one shot at it. So make it your best shot. I'd rather see you apply to 2 jobs a day. In fact, I will tell you, you're more likely to get hired if you apply to 2 jobs a day than you are if you apply to 15 jobs a day. At 15 jobs a day, you're not doing enough customization and you're getting beat. You might be in the 80th percentile, but they may only be interviewing the top 90. the top 10%, because they're getting 2,000 job submissions. Candidates are applying for one job. They're only going to interview so many people. So this is why slowing down and really customizing that resume to use the same terminology, the keywords that they're using in the job description, and then writing a compelling cover letter so that you're telling them, look, they got a hole they need to fill. They've got a problem they want to solve. Tell them why you're the solution. Because you got to be better than everybody else. I don't care if you like competition or not, you're in one. Because they're only going to hire so many people. Even if they're going to hire 5 people for the same spot, how many people are going to apply for that job? Right? Let's say it's for GE or for Nike or Netflix or whoever, right? Big companies hiring lots of people. Okay, but they're going to get more applicants because they're more well-known, right? Chase Morgan or whoever, it doesn't matter. So you're in a competition whether you like it or not. You've got to put your best foot forward. Again, if you do these informational interviews and we can get you an internal reference at that company, now you can scoot past the ATS ranking and get slid in the deck because of old school cronyism, right? And don't forget the power of internal bonuses when somebody gets hired. A lot of these employees are incentivized to bring referrals. So get to know people, get them to like you. If you know you want to go work for, I don't know what company, let's say Heinz, right? So you want to go work for Heinz, find people who work for Heinz and befriend them on social media. Don't be phony, but build a relationship. It might take you a couple of weeks, but start commenting on their posts, engaging with them. If you want friends, be friendly. It's that simple. Oh my goodness, it's really that simple. Okay? I've given you a lot of advice. I haven't gotten anybody ask me to do reviews. I don't know if you guys are afraid of me or, if you've got the idea now, because I've done plenty of examples, I think. But whatever the case is, look, I'm here to do a couple things. First and foremost, this is not about me getting more airtime. Frankly, I'm skipping dinner right now. My whole family's out there eating dinner, and I'm in here doing this. So this comes as a sacrifice for me, okay? So I'm here to help you as long as you want it. The goal is to connect job seekers to employers and recruiters, bring you guys together to elevate your visibility on social media while you're looking for a job or you're looking to fill a position, because I want to help you do that faster. And I'm willing to bring you on camera because that's the fastest way someone's going to know you, like you, and trust you. But also, if you're not ready for that, I'll do the profile reviews. My name is Ira Bowman. I do run ProjectHelpYouGrow.com. It is a free resource. I know because I own it. It's mine. You don't have to create an account. There is not a single way that you can send me a penny on there anywhere. There are no ads. There's no clickbait. There's no nothing. There is no lead gen forms. The only time you're going to get an email from me at Project Help You Grow is if you email me first and I find your email compelling, because I get a lot of crap and I don't respond. So, if you send me a compelling email, I will respond. But that's the only time you're going to get an email from Project Help You Grow. I don't have time or the inclination to spam you, right? So if you create a profile, you're just helping raise or boost your SEO on things like Google, okay? Google search your name if you're on Project Help You Grow. Your Project Help You Grow profile will be the first thing that comes up because I'm pretty good at the SEO stuff, okay? Yeah, it's my pleasure, Kathy. Thank you for the compliment and encouragement. I'm going to go eat dinner, y'all, because I'm not getting questions. So I'm going to go get dinner. I will see you back here next week. Look, here's my challenge to you this week. Get your video done. 180 seconds or less. It's the right time, I promise you. Anything over 3 minutes, you're going to start to be going ums and ahs and starting to repeat stuff. Remember, I offered to do one free edit with my video editing talent. I do this for a living, in case you didn't know, right? So once you make your video, your intro video, 180 seconds or less, tell me in a DM. Everybody in the world can DM me. It's open to everybody. Send me a message. DM stands for direct message, by the way, on LinkedIn. Send me a message on LinkedIn. Everybody can do it, even if we're not connected, okay? I've opened it up because I have a premium account. So send me a message. Let me know you shot the video. Send me the link. I'll look at it. If I pick you, I'm going to pick one lucky winner. Now, I might only get one submission. So again, don't be shy because you might think, oh, this is awful. But if I pick you as the winner, I'll help you fix it. Okay? We might reshoot it. We probably will reshoot it, just in full disclosure. But we'll probably reshoot it. But then I'll edit it, and you'll have it done professionally. If you don't think that'll help make a good impression, you're not paying attention to what I'm saying. Okay? So get those videos shot. Send them to me. I'll look at it. I'll give you a thumbs up, or I'll give you some director's notes and say, hey, you might want to improve the lighting. Get rid of the crap in the background. Drop the word and Don't say that stuff, right? So practice what you're going to say. You're on video. You can hit the stop button and re-record it. It's 180 seconds. It doesn't have to be perfect. This is the other thing that let me encourage you. Don't spend 3 hours making this video, right? Don't obsess about it, because a little bit of your personality might be the fact that you're not a perfect person. Let me just, unmask the veil here. None of you are perfect. I'm not perfect. I'm probably the least perfect of anybody watching. So get your video done. Send me the message. Enter my contest. Again, free. One winner. Only one. But I will do that. If we get a good one, then I will show it on the next show if you want to help. Again, I'm trying to help boost your visibility here. Okay. Have any questions in the meantime, send me a DM. Look, I get some people all the time that are sending me their resumes, help me find a job and stuff. I'm not a career coach. Let me make this clear. I'm not a recruiter. I don't do this for a living. So all my advice is free. 100% of it's free. It's already available to you. Go to projecthelpyougrow.com. Okay. If you need professional help, Lisa Jones is one of the professionals. She's been on the show. I'm going to say, recommend her, right? So, on my partners tab, projecthelpyougrow.com, I have some listed, but you can send me and say, hey, who do you know who does fill in the blank? And I can tell you, because again, I know about 5,000 recruiters. It's more than that, but I have at least 5,000 recruiters in my network. And I have over 1,000 business owners too. So I know a lot of everybody, which is kind of the point of coming on my show. So you can be seen by lots of people. All right. Thanks for watching, everybody. Have a great day. I'll see you next time. Again, this show airs every Thursday, 6 p.m. Pacific time, 9 p.m. Eastern time. BowmanDigitalMedia.com.